54. It doesn't matter regardless of.
상관없다 상관없이 소스 howtostudykorean.com
Below is a list of vocabularies to be used in this lesson. Nouns.
운,
Means luck.
짐,
Means luggage, load, baggage.
부상자,
Means an injured person, a person who suffers a loss.
통증,
Means pain, ache.
소화,
Means digestion.
소화기관,
Means digestive organs.
담요,
Means blanket.
굵기,
Means thickness.
식물,
Means plants.
할인,
Means discount.
맨발,
Means barefoot.
광야,
Means wild open wilderness.
시골,
Means countryside.
학점,
Means school credit.
운전면허,
Means driver's license.
시련,
Means some sort of ordeal, hardship, problem.
원산지,
Means the place where a product comes from.
국적,
Means nationality. Verbs.
뒤집다,
Means to turn over, to turn inside out.
열광하다,
Means to act enthusiastic about.
반응하다,
Means to react.
가출하다,
Means to run away from home.
표기하다,
Means to write, to mark. Passive verbs.
차이다,
Means to be broken up with, to get kicked.
표기되다,
Means to be written on. Adjectives.
상관없다,
Means to be irrelevant.
붓다,
Means to be swollen.
굽다,
Means to be thick.
불량하다,
Means to be faulty, to be poor. Adverbs and other words.
상관없이,
Means regardless. Introduction. In this lesson, you will learn how to use the word
상관없다,
in sentences, both as a word that can be placed at the end of a sentence, like any other verb adjective, and as an adverb that can be placed in the middle of a sentence. In order to use this word, you will draw from previous grammatical principles that you have learned in previous lessons,
는지, 아어도,
and learn a new one as well.
근,
Let's get started. It doesn't matter if.
상관없다,
The word
상관,
literally translates to relation, and by saying
상관없다,
you are in a way indicating that there is no relation between two things. The most common way you will see here this being used is by itself to indicate that something doesn't matter or is irrelevant. For example, person 1.
내일 언제 가고 싶어요?
When do you want to go tomorrow? Person 2.
상관없어요.
It doesn't matter, I don't care. Person 1.
짐을 어디에 둬야 돼요?
Where should I put my luggage? Person 2.
상관없어요.
It doesn't matter, I don't care.
상관없다,
Can be used to predicate a sentence to say things like, it doesn't matter if you are hungry. It is irrelevant if you are hungry. It doesn't matter if we go there. It is irrelevant if we go there. It doesn't matter if it is expensive. It is irrelevant if it is expensive. When predicating a sentence with
상관없다,
it is common to attach,
아어도,
which you learned about in lesson 49, to the clause that is irrelevant. For example,
내가 배고파도 상관없어.
it doesn't matter if you are hungry.
우리는 거기에 가도 상관없어.
It doesn't matter if we go there.
그게 비싸도 상관없어.
It doesn't matter if it is expensive. Some more examples.
그것을 먹어도 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter if you eat that.
발이 부어 있어도 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter if your foot is swollen.
선물을 안 사도 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter if you don't buy a present.
할인을 안 받아도 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter if I don't get a discount.
시골에서 살아도 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter if I live in the countryside.
맨발로 들어와도 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter if you come in barefoot.
그 셔츠를 뒤집어 입어도 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter if you wear that shirt inside out.
고기 원산지를 표기하지 않아도 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter if you don't mark where the meat comes from. There might be situations where you might want to include a question word to make the sentence a little bit more complex. For example, to say, it doesn't matter when we go, it doesn't matter where we go, it doesn't matter who I go with. If you want to use question words like this in your sentence, it is unnatural to attach
얻어.
to the clause prior to.
상관없다.
One way you can do this is to use
는지.
which you learned about in lesson 30. For example,
우리가 언제 갈지 상관없어요.
it doesn't matter when we go.
우리가 어디 갈지 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter where we go.
제가 누구랑 갈지 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter who I go with. Another option is to attach,
든지.
which isn't introduced as a grammatical principle until lesson 106. There is no need to jump ahead to lesson 106 at this point. I will mention
든지.
briefly here, but you will dive deep into the specific meaning of
든지.
in lesson 106, when used to separate two clauses. As you will see in lesson 106, it generally translates to whether. Forget about that for now, and just see how it can be used in this lesson with.
상관없다.
The three sentences above can also be written like this.
우리가 언제 가든지 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter when we go.
우리가 어디 가든지 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter where we go.
제가 누구랑 가든지 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter who I go with. Other examples.
운전면허를 언제 받을지 상관없어요. 운전면허를 언제 받든지 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter when you get your driver's license.
학생들이 어떻게 반응할지 상관없어요. 학생들이 어떻게 반응하든지 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter how the students react.
가출하면 광야를 빼고 제가 어디 갈지 상관없어요. 가출하면 광야를 빼고 제가 어디 가든지 상관없어요.
When I run away from home, other than the wilderness, it doesn't matter where I go. In lesson 58 you learned about
거나.
and how it typically translates to or that being said. I made a distinction between using
거나.
once in a sentence and using it twice. I encourage you to go back and read this observation I made. It is common to add
거나.
to two options within a sentence and then followed by
상관없다.
the whole sentence can mean that it doesn't matter if one or the other occurs. For example,
우리가 먹거나 안 먹거나 나는 상관없어.
it doesn't matter to me if we eat or don't eat.
돈을 벌거나 잃거나 나는 상관없어.
It doesn't matter to me if I earn money or lose it.
내일 주식이 떨어지거나 오르거나 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter if the stocks drop or go up tomorrow.
담요를 주거나 따뜻한 잠옷을 주거나 상관없어요.
It doesn't matter if you give me a blanket or warm pajamas. Regardless of,
상관없이.
you can use
상관없이.
as an adverb to create the meaning of regardless of. The easiest and most common way this is done is by saying regardless of noun. In order to do this, you should attach
와 과하고랑 이랑.
to the noun
상관없이.
is placed before. For example,
추위와 상관없이.
regardless of the cold,
날씨와 상관없이.
regardless of the weather,
통증과 상관없이.
regardless of the pain,
저의 건강과 상관없이.
regardless of my health,
운과 상관없이.
regardless of luck,
국적과 상관없이.
regardless of nationality. These compositions can then go into sentences. For example,
추위와 상관없이 저는 밖에 나갈 거예요.
regardless of the cold, I am going outside.
날씨와 상관없이 우리는 지금 가야 돼요.
Regardless of the weather, we need to go now.
통증과 상관없이 곧 일어나야 될 거예요.
Regardless of the pain, you will have to get up soon.
저의 건강과 상관없이 저의 여자친구를 만나고 싶어요.
Regardless of my health, I want to meet my girlfriend.
운과 상관없이 모든 것이 열심히 하면 잘 될 거예요.
Regardless of luck, everything will be fine if you try. Do it hard.
국적과 상관없이 부상자들은 모두 동등하게 치료를 받아야 돼요.
Regardless of nationality, all injured people need to receive fair treatment.
학생들의 불량한 태도와 상관없이 제가 선생님이라 수업을 계속해야 돼요.
Regardless of the student's bad attitude, I am a teacher, so I need to keep doing class. Whenever I learned a new grammatical principle or word, I always try to apply it to complicated sentences. When I first learned about
상관없이.
I try to apply it to sentences like this. Regardless of how much money I have, I need to buy an expensive present for my girlfriend. Regardless of how much you love me, I have to break up with you. Here, an entire clause precedes.
상관없이.
Not just a noun. To translate this, it is possible to use
는지.
like the sentences with.
상관없다.
For example,
제가 돈을 얼마나 많이 가지고 있는지 상관없이 여자친구를 위해 비싼 선물을 사야 돼요.
regardless of how much money I have, I need to buy an expensive present for my girlfriend.
내가 나를 얼마나 많이 사랑하는지 상관없이 나는 너랑 헤어져야 돼.
Regardless of how much you love me, I have to break up with you. You might be thinking here, what about if I use
얻어.
or?
든지.
The thing is, when you use
얻어.
or
든지.
in the middle of two clauses, they themselves have the meaning of regardless of or whether, therefore, including the adverb.
상관없이.
In a clause that is already separated by
얻어.
or
든지.
is redundant. For example, the following sentences don't need
상관없이.
because this meaning is already implied.
내가 나를 얼마나 많이 사랑해도 나는 너랑 헤어져야 돼.
Regardless of how much you love me, I need to break up with you.
내가 나를 사랑하든지 안 하든지 나는 너랑 헤어져야 돼.
Whether you love me a lot or not, I need to break up with you.
제가 음식을 많이 먹어도 살이 절대 안 쪄요.
Regardless of how much food I eat, I never gain weight.
제가 음식을 많이 먹든지 많이 안 먹든지 살이 절대 안 쪄요.
Whether I eat a lot of food or not, I never gain weight. At this point, I would like to introduce you to another grammatical principle that is commonly and naturally used to have a similar meaning, despite.
음에 불구하고.
Another word that functions to have a similar meaning in sentences as
상관없다.
is.
불구하다.
You'll rarely see it by itself, as it is almost exclusively used in the middle of sentences, just like.
상관없다.
It can be used after a simple noun. When it is used like this,
에도.
is typically attached to the noun that precedes it. The typical translation for this in English is despite, which can essentially be seen as the same as regardless of. The only distinction I can make, in meaning, is that
에도 불구하고.
is more likely to be used with some sort of difficult hardship, whereas
상관없다.
is more likely to be used in any general situation. For example,
날씨와 상관없이.
regardless of the weather,
날씨에도 불구하고.
despite the weather,
통증과 상관없이.
regardless of the pain,
통증에도 불구하고.
despite the pain,
날씨에도 불구하고 경기를 직접 보는 팬들이 열광했어요.
the fans watching the game live were enthusiastic despite the weather.
통증에도 불구하고 마취 없이 소화기관의 수술을 받았어요.
Despite the pain, he had surgery on his digestive organs without anesthesia.
시련에도 불구하고 저는 그 일을 해냈어요.
I finished that work despite the hardship problems, when used after a verb or adjective, which you learned about in lesson 29, is used to change the verb or adjective into a noun. Following this,
에도.
is usually attached to the newly created noun. Also notice that the verb or adjective can be conjugated to the past tense before
에도.
is attached to it. For example,
그럼에도 불구하고 점수가 너무 낮아서 학점을 못 받아요.
in spite of that, you can't get credit because your scores were too low.
어제 여자친구에게 차였음에도 불구하고 오늘 자신감이 있어요.
In spite of being broken up with, dumped, yesterday, I have a lot of confidence today.
사고가 났음에도 불구하고 경기가 계속되었어요.
The game match continued despite the accident that arose, although common and useful.
불구하다.
And
음에도 불구하다.
is most commonly used in written Korean. It is not completely unreasonable to hear this or to say this, but you are more likely to see this in some form of writing. For more info, please visit howtostudentkorean.com.